Alright, so today we're actually going to be looking at the Akvasto Sati-vexitox, I think that's the Riven name. So I kind of put together this Riven build because I kind of wanted to I've been looking around for Riven builds just because Steel Path came out and I was like, okay, I need something that, does like pretty decent damage, and also I can take in Steel Path just because, all my weapons are pretty much not really working other than like the Tomb Finger or like my Riven Maywan. Nothing else was really working with me, so I was like, okay, you know what? I kind of want to put together like a Riven build that I could try it out. And I've had this one for a while. And Akvasto, I was getting like a random Akvasto parts just for doing like random relic stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let's try to get this. So I spent a little bit of plat. I got all the links and blueprints and stuff and got it together. And now I finally have the Akvasto Prime. So the build is pretty normal. It's not something new. It's just basically the Riven, which adds multi-shot, toxin, and electricity. So this is like 3 damage types straight away. So it increases the damage a lot, of course. And we got the Hornet Strike, Target Cracker, Pistol Gambit, all the good stuff. I'm using Magnum Force just because that adds more damage. And I don't know, you could use Lethal Torrent, but as much damage you can get on this weapon is better, to be honest, just because like the stats are decent, but they're not as good as like other weapons. So I kind of wanted to test it out. I kind of wanted to try it out, and also I just wanted to try new weapons out. So yeah, I put together this build. So the first thing I think we'll do is go ahead and test it out against simulacrum enemies, just because they're going to be a little bit more softer than Steel Path. So let's go to the simulacrum. So in the simulacrum here, it actually does pretty well against normal enemies. So we got like level 135 4 heavy gunners. And as you can see right here, it does pretty decent damage. If you can land those headshots with this thing, which is easier to do because this thing has no recoil, and it with the Riven, it just pumps out so much damage. It's also like pretty quick to just fire out, like it fires very well. So this thing just pumps out like a lot of damage. Now the reason I actually kind of am disappointed in this weapon, and it's actually not even the weapon's fault, to be honest. I just thought that it was gonna be like insane with the Riven, but the only reason that I'm not actually like this weapon a little bit, it's like a little sore throat. I'm a little sore about it because the performance that I got in the Steel Path. So you know what? I'm just gonna show you how it did in Steel Path, and you be the judge. Alright, so in Steel Path right here, it didn't really work out as well as I hoped. Now, of course, granted, I have to say this is Steel Path. This is like very hard enemies. Like these enemies have like 250% armor, 250% more health. There's a lot of buffs going on. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, yo, you should have just gotten like a crit Riven or something like that. And I totally get that, to be honest. Like, if you can get like a god roll on this thing, something like a crit chance, crit damage, and damage on this thing, it will be like insane. Of course it will be. But the hardest part about like putting like a Riven build together is the fact that you have to like suffer all these like every roll is like shit. And then sometimes you get like a decent one, and then you get like a fucking dog shit, and then you just keep on getting shit rolls. And that's like the worst part about basically like putting like a Riven build on anything, because you never really get the roll that you want. Like I've rolled like so many weapons that it's like very hard to get like that perfect roll. And I thought that the Akvasto was gonna do pretty decent. Like I was like, you know what, I get it. Like these enemies are very hard. But I thought it would do pretty well. Now, I know what people are gonna say. There's like other frames you can kind of synergy with this weapon. Like maybe you use something like a Sarin, or something like, I don't know, maybe a mag, or maybe like a Mirage, or something like that. Some frame that adds like maybe a little bit of damage, that has like some sort of ability that you can use this with. And you know what? That's probably what you should do with this, to be honest. And I totally get it. I thought that the Akvasto was gonna be insane, but you know, I totally get it. It's not like a fucking insane weapon. You know, it would be popular if it was an insane weapon, to be honest. But you know, I just got a Riven, and I thought, you know what? It's probably gonna be good. Even though I'm still gonna use it just because I like it that much. You know, I just like these dual wielding fucking, you know, guns. So, you know, I like the Akvasto pretty decent, and yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, even though I didn't really enjoy the outcome, at least it's still. I mean, it's better outside of steel time. Let's just say that. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you like it, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.